How's it going, guys? It's Kevin Zhang. Welcome to my crib. As you guys know, today is a magical day in the world of e-commerce called Black Friday, and I've got something really exciting to show you guys. So follow me to my office. This is where I live and also where I work. As an e-commerce entrepreneur, I'm blessed to be able to work at home, and this is the office right here where all the money making happens. So right before I give you guys the spiel, just know that I started e-commerce dropshipping a little over a year ago, and we've been able to do some incredible things. In our first year, we did $20 million in sales, and what I'm about to show you guys is that we're about to do $400,000 in a single day on Black Friday. We've got 2 hours left, but we're expecting to crush that number. So let's stop the chit chat and I'll show you guys some stats. I run multiple dropshipping sites, and this is the first one I want to show you guys. I'm gonna hit that refresh button so you guys know I'm not full of it. And you can see this is $129,000 in sales, but of course this doesn't mean anything without looking at the ad manager. So you know I have a good return on ad spend, and we've spent $38,000 to generate $129,000 in sales. Obviously there's a lot of email marketing involved as well, but we all know that stuff is very, very cheap to send out. Here's another site that I'm running. Hit that refresh button. We've got going on here, it's $85,000 in sales, and the ad manager, we are spending $28,000. Again, a really, really good return. Can't complain about that one, but we've got two more I want to show you as well. We're not done yet. This one over here, we got $142,000 in sales, but of course I'm hitting that refresh button for all of you guys. And checking out the ad manager, we've spent $55,000 to hit $142,000 in sales, and we've got one last one. This is the baby store over here. It's the smallest one that I have, and we are doing right here $55,000 in sales. Of course, we're scoping out the ad manager stats. We've spent $24,000 to generate $55,000. This could be a little better. We're all perfectionists out here. So why do I show all of you guys this stuff? It's not to brag. It's not to flex on you guys. It's because I'm really, really tired of seeing really, really good people getting scammed out there by these gurus and these make-believe experts selling these expensive courses. For me, I started all of this that you see here just over a year ago with only $3,000 in my bank account, and like you guys, e-commerce was attractive because I didn't come from rich parents. I don't have any investor connections. I started a business in dropshipping because it was the cheapest way to go in and be an entrepreneur. And if I would have been scammed by one of those gurus when I first started, when I had no money at all, I wouldn't be here where I am today. So I'm very, very excited to announce that I will be dropping more free value and free e-commerce educational content than all the scammy, expensive courses combined. All right, now that you've seen that crazy video, I'm gonna break down the strategy at a very high level on how I achieved over $400,000 in sales within 24 hours on Black Friday. Keep in mind, this strategy is not only useful for Black Friday, you can try it on an average day. It's worked for me on normal days as well, but it's especially effective on holidays or big events where large numbers of people, the average consumer, is really willing to buy. So Christmas, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, these big holidays, this is the strategy that will help you crush. But there's a few criteria before you can implement this strategy effectively. It's not for everyone, and especially it's not something you can do right when you're first starting off on Facebook ads. The first criteria that you will need is that the pixel has at least 2,500 purchases recorded. And this means that your ad manager, when you go at the lifetime view, reads at least 2,500 purchases recorded. Just because your Shopify has 2,500 purchases doesn't mean that your ad manager has recorded that many purchases. The reason for this is because we're going to be really, really, really purposeful on leveraging Facebook's powerful algorithm and a very broad targeting approach. We're going to feed it a big pool of people and allow the pixel to be laser focused and target the most high valued and cost-effective customers. Because we're going to be leveraging Facebook's machine learning so much, you have to make sure that the pixel was built well. And what do I mean by this? It means that while you were scaling
from 0 purchases to 2,500 purchases, that you are doing it in the right way. And this is one of the biggest areas where dropshippers are making mistakes, is that they're feeding bad quality traffic way too early on in their ad account, and the pixel is just not learning the right way. If you want to know how to build up the pixel the right way and how to execute proper ad strategy to get to this point, you got to watch my lesson called the $20 million Facebook ad strategy. It's free on my channel. Now, the third component is that you need winning creatives. Okay? This is going to be a big budget approach because we want to hit high levels of profit. And if at this point you still haven't figured out which creatives you're going to use, which combination of creatives you're going to use, you haven't done any testing, this will not work. You're going to lose a lot of money. And the final criteria is going to be email collection. I don't know what infrastructure you have set up to collect emails. I really like using Wheelio. Maybe you're using a newsletter. You got to make sure you have a pool of emails that we're going to be able to work with. So this strategy to achieve over $400,000 in sales in a single day has 4 components to it. And the first component is going to be broad USA, meaning we're going to be targeting a very, very broad audience in the United States. In fact, we're going to go for a no targeting approach, and I'll explain a little bit more later. And the next component is going to be foreign broad targeting, okay? We're going to do this at the worldwide level as well. The third component is going to be a retargeting approach, right? So retargeting, and we're going to be targeting a custom audience made out of emails and also custom audiences made out of pixel data. So you got to make sure that at this point you've already been collecting those emails. And finally, the last part about this strategy is going to be an email blast, which is actually sending out physical emails. I'm not going to cover this area in the video. I'm only go over on the Facebook ad strategy side of this approach. Okay, so let's break it down. So how do we actually execute at the ad manager level? Well, the first thing you got to determine is what your target cost per purchase is. This is the cost per purchase that makes you money, or at least breaks even. For me, it's going to be $40 in the example that I'm going to be doing for you. So the cost per purchase we're targeting is $40. Now, you see these blue boxes up and above this box. This is basically how we're going to adjust our cost controls through manual bidding. So what we're going to do is go down in intervals of 2 from our target cost per purchase. So I'm going to subtract 2 from 40, right? I'm going to make this one 38. This one is going to be 36, 34, 32, and then finally 30. And you have your own cost per purchase that you're going to be plugging into this framework, and we're going to go one step above. So this is going to be 42. And what do these numbers mean? This is going to be the target cost control that you're going to set at your ad set level, which is going to be over here. So at the ad set level, this is going to be really cool. We're going to go for no targeting at all. The broadest level, the only thing that we're going to be adjusting by is going to be whether it's foreign or whether it's USA. And don't worry, this is just a conceptual overview of it. I'm going to show you what it looks like at the ad manager level as well. And the target cost that we're going to set through our manual bid is going to be based on these values on the left-hand side, okay? So the target cost is going to be fed from these blue boxes. So our target costs are going to be 42, 40, don't forget about the initial target CPA, 38, 36, 34, 32, and 30. That's how the ad manager is going to be set up. And then finally, the budget for every single ad set here is going to be $1,000. Okay, and this is going to sound really, really crazy. You might be thinking, wow, I have no way of spending $1,000 per ad set. How many ad sets are you going to have? It's going to scare you. But because this strategy leverages Facebook's manual bidding, then it's actually a very, very safe approach. And I'll explain why. What we're going to be doing is basically duplicating a bunch of different ad sets. If you don't know what a target cost is, it's basically a manual bidding strategy that forces Facebook's algorithm to only feed you traffic where it thinks they can satisfy that cost per purchase. So notice here, all the ones down here, we would be very, very happy. I only want $40 cost per purchase, right? I'd be very happy at $40. If I can get 38, 36, or even 30, I'm be making a lot of money, okay? So then it's not that risky. If we could spend thousands of dollars at a cost per purchase that's below what our target is, that's a really, really great situation, right? And what we're gonna be doing is basically gonna be duping this at a massive, massive level, okay? We're going to be duping this one by 10, duping this one by 10, duping this one by 100, this one by 100, this one by 100, this one by 100, and this one by 100. So how many total ad sets is that? There's 500 ad sets that are going to be below the target CPP, 10 ad sets at the target CPP, and then finally 10 ad sets at $2 above the target CPP. So how should the ad set look like at a creative level? I mentioned that you need winning creatives. You also need a diverse style of creatives because we want to make sure that Facebook's algorithm has the most leeway in matching the right type of creative with the right type of individual. And what I recommend is you have a still image creative or several still image creatives, at least some slideshow creatives, and then at least some carousels. And what this does is it lets Facebook's pixel match each type of creative with the right individual because, again, we're doing a very broad blanket cover approach to targeting and really relying on machine learning, which is what Facebook's bread and butter is all really about. So what will the overall campaign look like for you to have a killer Black Friday like I just did? You're going to have two broad level campaigns. One is going to be USA, right? One is going to be worldwide. And worldwide, we're going to exclude certain countries that are very, very fraudulent and problematic. If you want to know which worldwide countries are safe and which ones are dangerous, you got to join my Facebook group. I've got my foreign targeting list in there, and it's free to join. And these are going to be the breakdown, right? The number of ad sets that we're going to be using every single time, which we've already laid down conceptually. The next campaign over, this one over here, is going to be email retargeting. Basically, we're turning all of our emails that we've collected at our business into a custom audience and retargeting all of them on Facebook. And what we're going to do is we're going to exclude our purchasers, right? We don't want people that have bought in the past to see this Black Friday messaging as well and basically get angry that they didn't get to participate in the discounts that are now available on Black Friday. And also, if you're dropshipping, you've probably had some customers that weren't super happy with the customer experience, and you don't want them to now all of a sudden get super annoyed. Or maybe someone ordered a week ago, still hasn't gotten their order, and now you're blasting them with an email with another promotion, and they're getting very angry because, hey, you're emailing me, but I still haven't even received my product. And the final campaign we're going to be running is going to be a pixel retarget. So it's retargeting as well, except now it's based on custom audiences created within Ad Manager. And the classic custom audience that's going to crush is going to be everyone that viewed content, added to cart, and initiated checkout, but did not purchase. We're excluding purchasers again within the past 7 days. And I've done a lot of testing on my businesses. 7 days definitely crushes for me. So now you know at a high level through visuals how to execute the strategy. Let's take a look at it, what it looks like in my own ad manager. Now I'm in my own Facebook ad account. I've set the date to November 29th, 2019. That was the date of Black Friday. You can see I'm not full of it. I actually executed this strategy. So these are the campaigns I was talking about. This is going to be the retargeting campaign at the pixel level, right? 7 days. This is going to be a retargeting of all of our emails that we've collected on this business from start to finish, excluding purchasers. And then these are going to be the worldwide and USA broad campaigns. You can see these are the only campaigns that ran $40,000 in spend for a 2.47 return on ad spend, which at this volume is really good for us. So click into this campaign and you can see right away, this is the strategy that I executed. You can see these $1,000 ad sets, right? All down here. And you can see that most of them actually never even spent. There's 891 ad sets here. So I went even more crazy. So most of these ad sets didn't spend. So what's the theory of this approach? It's basically that when you set a very low target cost with manual bid, Facebook is forced to feed very, very little traffic to your website. But because you have so many ad sets and at such an overall high budget, Facebook's algorithm is able to pick off little by little the exact audiences or the exact customers from a very broad targeting that is actually likely to convert at that cost per purchase. And you can see there are some ad sets that did spend. Some even spent over $1,000, right? And again, let's take a look at this top ad set right over here. You can see that it has a $28 cost per purchase. All I wanted was a $40 cost per purchase and I was gonna make money. 28 is way lower. So it even spent more than $1,000. This means that Facebook's algorithm was able to find that right pocket of individuals and blast budget to them. And as a result, that's why it's getting such a good return on ad spend. You can see the return on ad spend is 2.95. So the ad sets that actually end up spending here are going to be winning ad sets and be super profitable. And let's take a look at the actual targeting that was used at the ad set level. Daily budget of $1,000. Let's scroll down, right? United States broad, no targeting at all. No LAAs, no custom audience, and also no interest. All genders, all age groups, no detail targeting, automatic placement, 7 days click or 1 day view, which is the best setting in my opinion for dropshipping, and then the $30 cost per purchase target cost, right, under the manual bids. So this is what basically happened is Facebook is taking each level of target cost and then feeding traffic. And if it even spends a little bit, it's going to cash out. So the goal is to farm, duplicate so many ad sets. That's why in this strategy, there's hundreds of ad sets, because at least if one spends, it's going to be so profitable. You won't regret it. And again, let's take a look at the foreign. It's going to be the same thing. This one has an $1,000 budget. And I'm going to scroll down. You can see it's worldwide targeting, right? I've excluded the United States because we don't want to cross-compete with the other campaign, as well as a lot of problematic foreign countries that I don't have good logistics in. All genders, all age groups, no detail targeting, automatic placements, conversions, 7 day click or 1 day view. And then this one is at a $35 target cost per purchase because I've gone down that ladder. And again, you can see in this campaign, there's 812 ad sets using the same exact strategy. So there it is. That's the ad strategy that got me over $400,000 in sales on Black Friday. Again, I did the same thing. This is just one of my stores. I have 5 dropshipping stores that collectively did over $400,000 in sales. So use this and the next time you experience a holiday and you're sure to crush your competition and make a lot of money.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of people think I'm crazy for putting this content out there for free. So make sure you press like and subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm on a mission to transform e-commerce education and I can't do it without you. You can follow my journey at Kevin Zhang Official on Instagram. DM me and I promise I'll respond to every single DM, and join the discussion in my private Facebook group, Generation E. I promise that no question will go unanswered. See you in the next video.